So today I'm going to share with you the days that I avoid trading and the news events that I avoid trading into. There's specific days of the week sometimes, there's specific holidays that I avoid, and it's really easy as a Forex trader to know when those events are coming. We're going to flip over now so you can take a look at my screen. I want you to see first we're looking at forexfactory.com. This is my go-to news website when it comes to Forex news. So we're looking back into last week, specifically the first Friday of April. It's also the first Friday of quarter number 2 this year. You can see that as every first Friday, we have our non-farm payroll numbers. The non-farm NFP event that happens every first Friday of the month is one of, if not the most volatile news events that happens for us in the Forex market. It might be one of those events that you think you can predict and trade on, but even so, because there's so much speculation going into the event, it actually leads to extreme volatility sometimes and unpredictable moves. So the first thing, if you're taking notes, NFP is the most important news event that happens in the Forex market. It's on par with any bank rate statement, on par with every governor of any central bank speaking. Those are the highest impact events, and they're normally labeled with red folders here on Forex Factory. And those are the events that I'm always going to avoid trading into. So now I want to switch over to my chart. This is EURUSD. We're looking at the 15-minute chart. This vertical line is the day separator. So you're looking back onto Friday. I have NFP labeled here, and then you're looking forward to today. We're going to just look at a couple currency pairs so you can see first how high impact events shake things up. So look at price action here going into the non-farm payroll event. If you were looking at this Thursday into Friday, all it was doing overnight from the London session on Thursday into the New York session on Thursday and then into the Asian session on Friday, all it's doing is what? Moving up. Higher lows, higher highs. So coming into Friday, it would be very easy to see it respecting the low set in the Asian session at 117.70 and say, hey, if it holds above that, I'm going to be long biased and I'm going to look for trigger signals to buy this. But as you can see, it develops and actually ends up finishing the day lower. So NFP and high impact events are the number one thing that I'm going to avoid trading into. The second thing that you have to be aware of is bank holidays. Notice Friday was a bank holiday for GBP going into Easter. Here on CAD as well, it was also a bank holiday. On Sunday, you had NZD, AUD on bank holiday, and then even today, the Swiss franc, the French banks, the German banks, the Italian banks, and again, the GBP, the pound, all the banks are closed. So to come in today and to try to find opportunities, you're going to more often than not get chopped around because banks are closed. Particularly, again, back to the dollar, if the US banks are closed, President's Day, Christmas, those days, it's very hard to find solid structure and solid trades because you're going to find more pins, more volatility. Go back to what I just said, because there's no volume on bank holidays. It's simple. So make sure you're checking Forex Factory every day before you get to the chart. Look at tomorrow, Tuesday the 6th, nothing that scares me. I'm not even trading at this time at 12:30 in the morning New York time. So when I wake up, I'm not worried about any of this. Yellow and orange folder news events don't really scare me at all, and you should trade right through them. Notice though, when you see these pins, it will correlate with bank holidays. Even if we look at GBPUSD, same thing. Look at how it finished the day. NFP hits here and it just chops after NFP going into the weekend on a bank holiday. GBP here on Friday was on a bank holiday. So to see this volatility here, where it goes up and down 30 pips and then stays in that 30 pip range all day, you're not going to make any money there. Don't even try to trade it. Again, the money is made in waiting, not in trading. So if I can push one thing across to you guys with this video today, let it be that number one, you don't need to be in every trade idea that you see. Come to the market on bank holidays. Come to the market on NFP. But that doesn't mean you need to take trades. You got to have self-restraint. And then number two, there's two sets of main events that we want to avoid trading into, and they're identifiable very easy for you here on Forex Factory. Gray folders, bank holidays, that's going to dry up volume because there's no traders in the banks. The algos aren't running as high as they normally do. Dries up volume, increases the pins you see. That drives volatility. And then these red folder, high impact events, especially US dollar ones, be careful trading into them. Lock your stop loss if you're going to trade into it because it'll stop you out sometimes and you don't want to see it turn completely against you. You would hate to be up in profit going into a high impact event just to lose money on that trade. That's silly. So make sure you're locking your stop and managing the trades before the news events come in, if not completely avoiding them. There's